You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, here we go, guys. The Alphabet Mafia is back at it again, guys. Sporting events, man. People just want to go to sporting events to compete and watch the sport. They actually really don't care about your activism whatsoever. Now, we have definitely seen a trend, guys, where the activists out there, the Alphabet Mafia, has been pushing for biological men to come into women's sports. They're relentless. They're not stopping. They're completely out of control, guys. This actually brings us, I believe, to the UK, because there was actually a cycling championship race, and it got halted by Alphabet Mafia members. I mean, this is crazy, guys. And we got a little bit of video also. So here we go. Look at this here. It says trans protester brings cycling world championship race to a stop. This is really getting out of hand, guys. We've seen so many woke activists go out there. It's happened in tennis. It's happened, I believe, in golf. They just won't stop. And also with this group, they're not just trans activists. They're like climate change activists as well. I mean, some of this stuff, man, is just getting really, really out of control, guys. But let's go ahead and read some of this and watch the video. So it says here, a transgender protester demonstrating for environmental causes and against the Union Cycliste Internationale decision to exclude men identifying as women from women's racing brought the men's road race at the Cycling World Championships to a full stop on Sunday. And the main person that was actually stopping this, actually a biological male cyclist identifying as a woman. Yeah, we'll get into that person. 5 people were involved in the protests in which demonstrators glued themselves to the road. They did that. Glued themselves to the road. In total, it took authorities 50 minutes to remove the woke activists. These people glued themselves on the road on purpose. And the reason why it probably actually took so long is trying to get these people unglued. I don't know what kind of glue they were actually using, man, but stopping a race for 50 minutes for this, I mean, this is crazy. Your cause is lost. When you do this stuff, you're not getting anybody on board with your woke causes. And also, pushing to have men and women sports, that thing is dead, man. I mean, people are rejecting this across the world. But still, the activists will not stop. Look at this tweet right here. Protesters have stopped the men's road race at the World Championship in Scotland. Quote, we are looking closely with all relevant authorities to minimize disruption to the race and also to ensure the safety of riders as our paramount concern. And guys, there's a bunch of people here in the peloton as well. When you actually go out there and put a stop to a race like this, these riders could actually get injured. Yeah. Interrupting a race because of your activism. It goes on, it says, the Telegraph reports that a Scottish climate activist group called This Is Red took responsibility for the demonstration. The UCI took a leading role among international sports governing bodies in enacting new restrictions preventing males identifying as females from competing in women's categories. Soon after UCI made this ruling, World Aquatics, the international swimming governing body, enacted similar restrictions. Rebecca Kerr, here we go right here. A 28-year-old man identifying as a woman told the Telegraph that he was there to bring light to the UCI's hypocrisy. As a trans woman, quote, as a trans woman, I've been told I'm not welcome on the cycling track by the UCI. He said, well, you can actually race with your biological sex. That is fair for everyone. Men race against men. Women actually race against women. That is fair. But it goes on. Quote, at the same time, they allow a petrochemical company to field the team, showing they have no real care for people. I take to the track to point out this hypocrisy and take a stand for a better future. Kerr did not comment on the hypocrisy of so-called environmentalists using glue, a product produced and tested in corporate labs, to protest the inclusion of corporate chemical companies in a race. I mean, these people are out of their minds, man. Gluing themselves to the road, that is crazy. What if one of these riders actually decided, you know what, I'm not going to stop. You're in my way. I'm just going to run over you. Maybe just run over their hands and stuff like that. Crazy. Quote, this was a dangerous act of disruption, which put both the protesters and athletes in this race at risk, said Graham Simpson, net zero and transport spokesman for the Scottish Tories. It's utterly nonsensical for a group which claims to stand for environmental protection to target an event promoting active green traveling like cycling and raising a huge question mark about this publicity-seeking group's true motives. Simpson continued, the World Cycling Championships offers an enormous opportunity to advertise Glasgow, Scotland, and the sport itself right across the world. Sadly, this has been marred by selfish acts of a few individuals. People are sick and tired of these childish stunts. I agree. The full force of the law should be brought to bear on extremists who disrupt events and people's everyday lives. Thing is, man, we've actually covered some of these protesters, so-called protesters, disruptors, agitators out there. Nothing really happens to them. That's why they actually continue to do this. Yeah, they get removed. They may actually get banned. Maybe they get arrested for like a few hours or so, get a fine. But then they're really not getting punished. This is why they continue to go out there and do this time and time again, because they truly know that nothing's really going to happen to them. Now, this is in Scotland, not in the UK. Not in the US, I should say. So I don't really know what kind of punishment they're actually going to get. Probably not much. I mean, when it comes to wokeness, if people actually think that the US is pretty woke, and it is, UK, even more woke. Canada, even more woke. I mean, but all this stuff, man, it definitely needs to stop. But we're seeing an increase of these agitators out there continuing to disrupt sporting events for this. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Sports 2 fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.